Hey guys. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Well, hello. Nice to see you guys so early. How are you all doing? I hope you had a good weekend or are still having a good weekend. I guess it's not over. Good to see you. I had a good weekend. It was fun. I'll tell you about it in a bit. But I'm also like, I've been having a bunch of weekends lately that are busy and doing stuff, which is fun and great. And I'm having a lot of fun on those weekends, but I'm not relaxing on those weekends. I come back on Monday. I'm so tired. Hi, everyone. I'm doing good. How are you guys? Well, hello. Hi. Nice to see everyone. so early on this Sunday night for you guys. Today will be another art stream. I'm gonna try to get more stuff done. Probably work on commissions. But we'll see how it goes if my hands don't want to agree with me. Like if I'm just drawing kind of awful. Especially since I'm kind of on like line art stages for some of them. If it's just not going well and my lines are really shaky or bad or ugly or something, then I might switch over to another one of the many projects that I'm working on, and I'll do something different. But either way, I want to get some work done. So hopefully it'll be productive. We'll see. Maybe I already jinxed myself by saying that. I'm just doing like little warm-up squigglies on screen now. But yeah, hopefully that'll be what goes on today. Relax yourself now. Drive to the stream. I literally just finished submitting my final essay. Very nice. Congrats. You should be relaxing. I work today. It's Sunday. Oh, that sucks. I dropped my snack. I only have like 2 other papers to write. Man, I'd rather take exams than do papers. Hate writing papers. But good work. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I had a good weekend. I went... Sorry. Oh. So that's like 60-ish hours this week. Ooh, I hope you're getting like paid the big bucks. Overtime pay, maybe. I don't know. If you don't really like work on Sunday, maybe you get overtime pay for that. I don't know. I had a good weekend. Jim and I went to a Square Enix concert, like one of those symphony orchestra concerts where they just play music from games. And this one was all Square Enix, and it was really good. Really, really good. And it was a good mix of a bunch of games too. It wasn't all just like, Final Fantasy or something. It was like Final Fantasy and like Chrono Trigger, Live Alive, Octopath Traveler, Nier, Kingdom Hearts. It was like just a bunch of different Square Enix titles and like series. It was like really good, and we had amazing seats. Big bucks. Chrono Trigger, my beloved. Hearing that like the music play. Yeah, apparently it was the first orchestrated version ever of Megalomania, and it sounds so good. And it's a big tour, so they're doing a lot of shows in like North America and stuff too. So if you guys can get tickets and that sounds interesting to you, I don't know, check it out. It was really, really cool and a lot of fun. But yeah, secret final boss where the theme is orchestrated. Oh, nice! Like I'm glad you're getting like paid. At least it was like it was a lot of work, but you can look forward to that paycheck. But yeah, like, you know, near music always sounds really nice. Kingdom Hearts music always sounds really nice. But I love when it's stuff like Megalomania or like spoilers, but they did because we were at like the first. It's a big tour, but they did their first dates in like Tokyo, so it was like the first ones. But I think it's always fun when they do like the most prog rocky Final Fantasy music, and they're like, "We're gonna orchestrate this." It's just all just Uematsu's prog rock albums. It's been a month of this, and I just want this OT to be over. Ah, yeah. Oh, man. Dancing Mad, so good. But yes. Yes. All of the Final Fantasy bangers are all just prog rock. So when you hear orchestrated, you're like, what? I didn't think this was possible. Yes, that's the one. Music of Square Enix, Magic Memories and Melodies. We had very, very good seats. We were like 6th row or something. We had like amazing seats. Yeah, it was really cool. It was really fun. Now I just want to play. Golden Week is starting soon. So the big spring holiday here. And I just wanna play JRPGs for the whole the whole break. One of my faves from my fave FF, Battle on the Big. I know you fixed it, but I do just want to say Battle on the Big Broad. I've been to quite a few of these like video game concerts, and I'm going to more this year. But I've heard Battle on the Big Bridge live a couple times, and it's always a banger. It's always so much fun. And they played it this on this one, and it was really, really good. And it led in to Battle Against Seymour, which is like the coolest thing I've ever heard. Oh, I love Man with a Machine Gun. 8 has like a ton of really cool tracks. Crazy Motorcycle. Well, because there's always like the really fun ones, and then there's always the ones that like make you cry. I've heard Zanarkand live a couple times, and I think I've cried during every single one. Because I've been to quite a few like video game concert things, and one of them is Square Enix does a bunch of these. One of them is Brasta Brava, which is like all just like brass band stuff, and that's really fun. But they do renditions of like, you know, some of the fun, exciting ones like Battle on the Big Bridge. Then they do like Val Alfmenko from FF9, which I love, and like they have more chances to do the fun ones like Mambo to Chocobo. Yeah. But the orchestrated ones always like all the pretty, like really nice songs and the main themes. And God, hearing Frog's theme orchestrated, just like Fruboog, my boy. And don't worry, I plan to right an incredible wrong of I have not gone through all of Chrono Trigger by myself. Well, I have a plan for this Golden Week. Got Golden Week sales for Dark Souls, very tempting. I've been looking at a lot of those Golden Week sales, and I am also very tempted to grab a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, it was a really cool concert. I had a lot of fun. And I'm just like, video games are pretty cool, huh? But it's funny because I haven't seen like Distant Worlds is the one I haven't seen. And that's the one that I feel like most people have seen, like the big one. But I haven't gone to that one. I've gone to a lot of other ones. I'm in a glass case of emotion. The description I put for my most recent Expedition 33 VOD on YouTube at LMAO. Well, yes. That whole game. It's just every time you think you've broken out of the glass case of emotion, you just find yourself in a bigger one. So prepare yourself for that. Okay, let me put these in. This is from last time. This in its own folder, and then we'll do an art layer and see how we go. See how we do. All my homies love Frupo. I mean, they probably do. Here's where I regret making such a messy sketch layer. But I hope you guys had a good weekend, a cool weekend. Yeah, unfortunately, there was an Elden Ring concert a while back, and I did not get tickets for that. Which made me sad. But hopefully there'll be other opportunities in the future. Orchestrated from soft music would change me, I think. If I heard it live, that'd be so cool. I've done I've seen a Pokemon one. That one was really nice. That was like the first one I went to, one of the first like video game concerts I got to do. Really nice. Whenever I'm drawing for a long time, at least once I will put on the Black Mage's version of Maria, Drink of Darkness and Silent, and I will sing along to it. It is a really good, like, road trip song to just belt out in the car. Or, you know, at home. In the shower, etc. Maria. It is a song Jim puts on when we have to do a lot of like housework. Broadway show tunes? Nah, put on that FF6 opera. Oh yeah, speaking of Jim, yeah, so on Discord you guys might have seen this week, since Golden Week is starting, we have like a little bit more time and like free time. So we're doing a Jim stream where it's just gonna be Jim and I'll be off to the side. I'll still be there, but it will be a Jim stream. We haven't decided what, or he hasn't really decided what he wants to do yet, but it'll be Jim taking over my stream and playing some game. Yeah. It might be a city builder, it might be a classic like 90s PC game. Or a Sekiro Endurance, or I don't know. There's a lot of other things that we're bouncing between ideas. And then we might do a Jim and Allie stream on the weekend. Kind of seeing how things are lining up for Golden Week. You count rises dramatically to the thousands? Psh, probably. Sorry. Yeah, it'll be fun, and I get a break from you rascals. She hate us. I am pretty rascally. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Right, we just haven't like picked a thing yet. Different things are fun to watch. Get a preview thing up so I can see how my line art is doing. Okay, that's doing okay. That's only because I have to be an adult everywhere else. Born to dilly-dally, forced to lock in. I wish I could lock in. New window up here. And then that should be okay. Just gonna put up this like preview window while I'm all zoomed in over here. My lines are a little messy, but... Oh, no. Press the wrong button. Yeah, but... As in, I'm kind of just doing small repeated lines, which I probably shouldn't be doing, but, I think it'll look okay in the end. Just change up the eyes a bit and see if that's better. Yeah, maybe make them a little smaller and a little rounder. A bit cuter. but we still hopefully need them kind of look in the same direction, which is the problem I was having before, where the eyes don't look like they're looking in the same direction they need to be. We will do the actual eyes bit. Do that later if I'm going to change them. I'll rotate this. Check what else is on that Steam Golden Week sale. Dark Souls is so good, and I really enjoy the Dark Souls series, but I will let you know, as someone who has gone through the same progression of Soulsborne as I have, they play quite differently. Or at least 1 and 2 are going to play really differently, and 3 is going to play closer to Elden Ring. They're still really fun, but just keep that in mind. Yeah. They're a little... Make it, I'll raise it up a bit. I don't know if you can get your hands on like a PS4. Go play Bloodborne. Oh no, you can keep talking about this. In every other version it's switched. Okay, get this to not look completely up. Because it's like there's a bit of a tilt, like just to the head. So I don't want that to translate to crookedness of the actual drawing. Hopefully this works out. I'll change my pen nib soon. I haven't changed it, even though I've said that I would. Okay, that. I think is probably okay. Essentially, I agree with kind of everything Hidaka is saying. I've heard people say Dark Souls 1 is the best, but I've also heard others say Bloodborne is the best. Only one way to find out. Dark Souls 1 has a lot of sauce that the other games kind of dropped in the name of ease of play, but the other games have tougher / more demanding combat. Bloodborne is really good, but there are some features that people see as substantial drawbacks. Yes, I pretty much agree with all that. Dark Souls 1 is really, really cool. I think that one definitely has, like... There's so much in it that I think is so cool. The map itself in Dark Souls 1 is just, like, so good in itself that it's like, whoa! Yeah. Like, the layout, the map of it. I think there's a lot of, like, fun NPCs you encounter. There's a lot of, like, really kind of memorable bosses. Memorable for very different reasons sometimes. But there's a lot of really cool things. A lot of really cool things in Dark Souls 1 that I don't want to, like, just kind of say and spoil. But it does... especially if you've been just playing stuff like their newest stuff like Elden Ring, it's gonna play a little differently, and you're gonna feel it, and it's gonna feel like your normal self in Dark Souls 1 feels like you're fat rolling in Elden Ring. Like, that's just how it is. There's, like, a slowness and a heaviness to it, and there's like a 90% chance you're gonna find, like, the halberd early in the game, and you're gonna stick with that weapon for a good long time, because I've seen so many people, including me, do it. But the story of Dark Souls 1, it's so good. Bloodborne is really good and fun. There's a lot of really cool things about it. It's not, like, super my aesthetic. The whole, like, dark, gothic, Victorian, it's all scary and evil and stuff. But Bloodborne is another where, like, the story, I think, is really the fun part. But there's a lot of, like, personal choice that comes into it too. I kind of like that boss rushy feeling of Dark Souls 3, because I just like to fight big guys. I don't know if I would, and there's just some, like, really, really good boss fights in 3. 2 is kind of like that black sheep, and there's people who, like, hate 2, and there's people that are like, the people are way too hard on 2. Yes, the weapons in Bloodborne are really cool. There's kind of a cool system in Bloodborne that you might have seen if you've been playing Night Rain, where you can take damage and your health bar will kind of gray out, and if you do damage in, like, a couple seconds after you've been hit, you can, like, regain that HP. The really annoying thing, I think, in Bloodborne is that you have to, like, your heals are consumables, so you have to, like, keep getting heals back. So if you find yourself in a particularly, like a boss that's giving you a hard time, you're gonna run out of heals. And you have to go and, like, farm heals back. But there's some just really, really good stuff. Yeah, 2 is good. It's just different. I really like, I've always really liked the riposte system in Bloodborne, where it's like, parry with a gun. Hi, PV. I had a really good weekend. I hope you had a good weekend. Let me, pull up my reference again so I can do not so slow. I was kind of telling chat about it before, but I went to a video game concert, and this one was for Square Enix titles, and it was really good because I don't know if you guys know, but those Square Enix games have some pretty good songs in it. Let me see how I want to do these eyes. I want to do them a little different. Dark Souls 2 is oftentimes a game of like spy versus spy where you're trying to predict what traps and gotchas the devs have laid out for you. The memories of Dark Souls 2 that really truly stick out to me is when you're in your like hub world Firelink Shrine type area. I forget what it's called on it. No, it has a name. It just escapes me right now. It's a really cool name, actually. Yeah, it starts with an M. Medulla, yeah! Well, there's like, also Dark Souls 2 has like your shrine maiden. She's so hot. Yeah, have you ever found a sense of pride and don't like being the butt of a joke? Might be a harder run for you. Right, in that hub world, like in the corner of that hub world, there's like this little house, and there's like little three little pigs, like little piggies there. And if you attack them, for some reason, they all have like 1,000,000 HP, and they will come after you. And it's not so like chaotic and silly as if you if you fight the chickens in Zelda or something and they all come after you. But it's like these pigs are gonna fight back, and they have 1,000,000 HP, and they are so tanky. They do not take damage, but they will like wreck you, and you're just in the hub world dying to these little tiny piggies. And you're like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And if you manage, they're really strong. If you kill them, they spawn bigger ones. And if you manage to get them, they give you like 3 souls each. Like, it's so not worth it. And you're like, why? What did I do this? Yeah, we're talking about Dark Souls 2. We're talking about like Dark Souls in general, but we're talking right now. Yeah, we're talking about Dark Souls 2. And I think like I really enjoyed they really threw whatever they wanted. I enjoyed like the DLC of it. I keep quoting Aldia. Fume Knight is really cool. But there's also like the one guy whose entire like purpose in life is to build ladders and give you ladders. It's a really cool DLC. I think Dark Souls 2 has a lot of really cool, like really fun voice acting and like voice delivery and direction. But I have no qualms with 2. It is like when you play it and you play it for the first time, you are kind of like, oh, this is a little weird, but how many bits to get a breathy bear of the curse? Yeah, no, I can totally see that. Right, it feels different than the others, but yeah, exactly right. It's not a bad game, and I wouldn't think it's like bad. It's just it's different and a little like weirder. For an already weird game and weird series. But right, it was one of those things where when I played it, I was like, oh yeah, I can see why people don't really like this one. But not so much that I'm like, I don't see why people like hate this one. Let me get. I need to hear her say the bear of the curse thing, or I can give you a really good one. excited that it seems like maybe Duskblood's Shrine Maiden is gonna be like a rat. Night Rain Shrine Maiden is that little puppet guy. I love him. Oh, the Bloodborne movie. I have my reservations about it. My friend and I have talked about it a bit, and it's kind of like, I guess the thing is, it being like, it's gonna be R-rated and like violent and all that. When I think about Bloodborne and what I like about Bloodborne and what I think is important about Bloodborne, yeah, and most of the same. Most of the discussion is around like Jacksepticeye and like, will he do a good job? Which again, I don't think is. Yeah, I agree. I don't think that's fair. Or, like the main conversation, or should be the main conversation. But you know, it that's part of it, right? Like, and I don't know, you know, how involved or whatever. But I guess back to my main point, just the thing of like, when I think about Bloodborne, like violence and like blood and gore and like R something that like would require an R rating is not what comes to mind of like what is important to Bloodborne as a whole for me. So just kind of coming out of the gate and announcing it and being like, it's gonna be R rated. It's like, I don't care. You know, like, okay, cool. Right, like there's a lot to Bloodborne as a story and its vibe. And so like, I think an R rating would just let them have more freedom to do things, I guess. So that might be good. But yeah, just kind of what I was saying, where it's like the blood and the violence and all that of Bloodborne is not what I think is important about Bloodborne. Right? Like, yeah, just that. The flip, and I really enjoy the story of it. Could be 90 minutes of PG-rated discussions of Lawrence, don't the blood, and I would be there for it. It's just like a GIF that kind of slows down and quickens as it changes of like Lawrence trying to like drink the blood. It's like, no, stop, no. And then it cuts to like Mikolash just running around. It's just a first person's perspective of you chasing Mikolash. That's the whole movie. I'm gonna the blood. Lawrence, no! Credits roll. It's like just like the Windows 97 like maze screensaver, but it's Mikolash in front of you, like running. And then every now and then a crow on the ground jump scares you. That's the Bloodborne experience. I did see Nightmare Cart. The vibes are impeccable. It's back and forth from Lawrence holding up the blood, getting closer and closer to his mouth. Just the entire movie is just like muffled in the background. Oh why? You are not wanted here. Like, you just keep hearing it throughout the entire movie, and you're just like looking around. or you play Cricket Rat, or like there's no like on-screen cast members, like there's no actors in the movie. You just talk to windows. you go up to a window and like, all the characters are a window. finish. There's like those two big guys that you just keep farming before like cleric beasts, like by the elevator. Oh, or they should do like you just fight all these like monsters and werewolves and like beasts, and then every now and then there's like the little like blue alien guy who's just like flailing his arms in the back, and then you never encounter it. you just see them run around in the background like little Easter eggs. Chris Pratt for patches. I can see someone in my head, like maybe more like appearance, that the appearance is closer and I can't put my name on it, but oh yeah, Chase McAvoy. And maybe it's because it's been on my mind since I've been watching clips, but I think I would do Glenn Howerton. The bald Cockney action guy. I want Always Sunny Dennis. Okay, Jason Statham as Patches would be so funny. I can't imagine adapting any Souls-like to a movie. Yeah, and I'm trying not, because I know like they've like shown like leaks and stuff of like the Elden Ring movie that's been announced and has like stuff. I think Elden Ring can work, but they'd have to get weird with it, you know? I think they'd have to be a little weird with it. And there's so much in Elden Ring that I think they can do. The face and voice are a complete departure from Ralph, and it's going to break my heart as Patches. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's so much stuff. There's just so much stuff, period. But there's a lot that's like right before the game. Let me just make sure. Okay, yeah. That they could do a lot of stuff that's like not in the game. They could do all the stuff about like the gods and the demigods and like America and all that, or they could do like Vike, or they could do all the stuff that you are doing in game. Like there's just so much happening that you can make like a really good, interesting like story kind of movie for it. The Loathsome Dung Eater. Every Souls like the exciting parts are over. That's true. Oh yeah, I mean I love all like the old Hunter stuff. Yeah, Bloodborne, I'm not sure what I would want. Like that's the thing, right? Like I'm not sure what I would want from a Bloodborne story. It's kind of like it's like play the game. If you want to experience how good the story is, go play the game. Ooh. Yeah, Discovery of Coast. This is and it yeah, I don't know. Well, it's not. Elden Ring is A24. They could be weird about it, but custom as it's sometimes known. I could make an Artorias movie. I'd watch that. I would super watch that. I love Artorias. It was kind of like the first bit of Dark Souls lore that I ever learned. And I'm just kind of a sucker for, like, the hero who tried kind of stories. I love Artorias. I only play... The Wilder's like my second main on a Night Rain, and I always have the Artorias skin on him. Because it looks so cool. It's like such a cool design. His armor just looks so good. Yeah, I'd watch a whole movie on Artorias knowing I'd get, like, completely heartbroken. Oh, I haven't watched Iron Lung because it's just not available where I am. But I've heard good things about it, and I do want to check it out sometime. I think TV asked if I had a favorite Ghibli movie. That's really tough for me to answer because I feel like I need to, like, rewatch a bunch too. I'm a big fan of Laputa. Nausicaa's good. Princess Mononoke's good. I don't know if I have a favorite because a lot of them are good and they're all, like, different. I'm a Porco Rosso fan. I really like Castle of Cagliostro, the Lupin movie that they did. It has that incredible clock tower scene. Hey, Sheriff. And I need to, like, watch Whispers of the Heart. I think I would like it, but I don't think I've actually ever seen it in full. And, you know, like, Howl's Moving Castle, Spirited Away, those are really good too, but I think I prefer the older ones, you know, like Nausicaa and Laputa and stuff. Mega! All four of the knights busting dragons at the start. God, when you find Sif, that messes me up. Ah, it's so good. Probably go with Howl's Moving Castle. Oh, that one was so good. I haven't watched close to all the Ghibli movies though. The Mario Galaxy movie, like, just came out here, which I think is kind of crazy. So I haven't seen it yet because it just came out here on a busy weekend. I'll see it soon. And I've heard, but as someone who, like, watched the first one and was like, you know, this isn't like a movie for narrative purposes. It's a movie for entertainment and fun, and I enjoyed it because it was like, it's fun, and it was fun to see it in theaters because I've told this story before, but, like, it was like a pretty full theater, and I sat next to I went with Jim, but on the other side of me was just some other guy. I don't know who he was, but it's just like a guy like my age. And every time there would be, like, a different character. Like, I remember him being so excited when King Boo showed up, and he's like, "Oh, it's King Boo!" And I'm like, "Yay!" I'd be fine with it if it wasn't named Mario Galaxy. Yeah, because, like, Galaxy is so good. Galaxy is such a good game. The Illumination special, which is funny because, like, Despicable Me, like, those are good. Those are really fun. Those are cute, fun movies. I'm like a bit of a Minions apologist, but not like a huge one. But yeah, I'd be theirs. I'd be theirs because I was just reading your message at the same time. I am fully going in knowing that like I want to have fun with this movie, and like I want this movie to sort of feel like I'm on a theme park ride. Despicable Me might be the only movie of theirs that made me feel a meaningful emotion. Then I realized I don't have to try as long as the characters are highly recognizable and marketable. And those minions sure are recognizable and marketable. How slow can I work on Minor? It's a good theme park ride for sure. The animation is gorgeous. I can at least enjoy it for that. Yeah, I think like Illumination does some really like pretty work too, and it has that kind of like cute, almost like a nostalgic feeling to it of that kind of rubbery kind of animation. So it's not like I like to look at their stuff. But yeah, a lot of their stuff is kind of unfortunate. I mean, yeah, like Despicable Me, I think those are good. It's the first one is really good, and then some of the other ones are like, yeah, this is okay. But then you know they made like Sing. I think this swimsuit is actually a little thinner. Good night, Bug. But yeah, it's like pretty. The lighting is always really nice. But yeah, they like delayed the release of it here for Golden Week. So I think it just came out like 3 days ago or something. Howdy, howdy. I used to resent Despicable Me for outshining Megamind. Fair, that's very, very fair. Megamind's really good. It was like so ahead of its time. I still do, I guess, but I suppose Megamind was never gonna get a good sequel, yeah, unfortunately. But like I guess the Minions make me feel the same way that like an Adam Sandler movie does in that if I just think about it, I'm like, I'm better than this. I'm smarter than this. Like a silly voice is like it takes more than just like a silly voice to make me laugh. I'm better than this, and then I watch the movie and I just like can't help but laugh at like the silly voice. But I think that's also like the thing of I think part of the reason we have such disdain for the the Minions is that they're everywhere and they're so marketable. But if you just kind of like, I have no qualms with them as just little things in a movie. approximate knowledge of many things. Megamind was so ahead of its time. But I don't know, I guess maybe if you made it now, people would be like, woke trash. Where's my cursor? You almost knew my name. Oh, that's not how it worked, really? Well, I think coloring will kind of do the heavy lifting for us on this chest physics. I'm also not really sure how some parts of this swimsuit are supposed to be connected to each other, just based on the angle of the references that I was given. Maybe we'll just kind of make it a little higher. Yeah. That'll work a bit better. Yes, exactly. Very entitled. They just did like a lot of, like, they had really interesting characters in Megamind. Expectations. Whatever's going on with that Street Fighter movie and whatever's going on with that Mortal Kombat movie and okay, I'm now regretting not drawing the frills. Just gonna make them up as we go. Maybe the frills go up like high. I can't really tell. Yeah. Which is okay. Just what? Again, I think this will all work out once we're coloring it. Sorry, okay, let me, now that I was too locked in on that, let me read this. I'm scared of that Street Fighter movie. Trailers make it look actually pretty good. I don't want to have hope. No way the Street Fighter movie is better than the one from the 90s. They need to have like the hardest lines possible. I love drawing frills. Please, we can tap out. You can take over for me. I hate drawing frills. You'd think by now I would know. Be better at it. Unfortunately. Fortunately, I am not. I think I want a bit of like lift here. It was a whole lift job. I'll always be disappointed by the fact that the actors will never have muscles thicker than my waist. That's certainly a thing. The love of drawing frills was at least partially sarcastic. Love the result, at least. It always like looks... I always like to put frills in like a design, a character design, but then it's like, oh no, wait, now I have to draw them. Wait a second. I have to follow through on my promise. Or worse, animating them. Yeah. It's not. This is a commission for a VTuber and their model. Their model is based on what do you call them? Sea bunnies. What's the actual term for them? Those little like sea slug things. With the little like antennas that look like little bunny ears. What are they called? What are they called? Nudibranch. Yeah. It's based on that. They are. They're so cute too. Make sure chest right. Now I think I have a little bit of lift. gonna bring up this whole section. The frills don't really look like they're going upwards, you know, like curve. But it doesn't really need to fall that much. It's not really like a whole, not like a whole wave of motion. It's just the way the outfit is falling. And the jacket will cover up parts of the way. Like part of the frills. Yes. The little sea bunny things that kind of look like they're fruit. They're really cute. Yes! Like Shellos and Gastrodon. Gastrodon, my beloved. Powerhouse on my team. Saving my ass. Okay, let's do the hair. I'll do that on a different layer. Got a question for you. Who inspired you to make your very own content of you drawing live? I guess, like, if you're asking me if I had like an inspiration to start like live streaming and doing art streams, not honestly, like, not any certain like streamer in particular. I think I'll try to keep this brief since I've told the story a bit on stream. But it is mostly on accident. Or maybe not accident, but a lot of my starting streaming was kind of like, I'll try it out and see how I like it. And it wasn't really this big like plan of me being like, now I'll make my VTuber debut. I was kind of like waiting for, I had just finished like some pretty big commissions and stuff. I had some time to myself after doing these really big projects. And I wasn't really sure what to do, I guess, is the best way to describe myself in that time. And I didn't really know how to like promote myself further while I was kind of waiting for another project or like a commission job or something. And because I was doing a bunch of these works for VTubers and streamers and stuff, and because I was just talking about it a lot with other people and watching a lot of content for, you know, the references, like materials and stuff, and looking at all that, I had people like suggest to me, like, hey, you know, you'd probably be good at that streaming thing. And I was like, oh, I don't know. And a lot of stuff just kind of happened at the same time. Like our microphone that we just use for Discord, like voice chats and stuff with people, broke, or like it just was on its last legs. So we're like, oh, let's get a new microphone. Let's get a good microphone. And we got a good microphone. And so it was just kind of like, yeah, need to do something. Maybe as a good, like, promote self. Because that's what it means. What's what it takes to be an artist nowadays. You gotta, like, do all the social medias and whatever. So a lot of that just sort of like coincidentally happened at the same time. And then I was like, yeah, okay, I'll try this streaming thing. See if I like it. I might hate it and do like 2 streams and call it. And I'm like, oh, well, I tried it. And then I had fun. And now I'm here. Your first stream. Oh, thank you. I know, I had like a pretty good kind of first stream, even though I didn't know what I was doing. But still waiting to see if she hates it. It was, I think, Outer Wilds. Streaming Outer Wilds got a lot of people to watch me. For whatever gosh dang reason. Yeah, so it wasn't really like a whole thing that I had planned out and was like, now I want to become a big streamer or whatever. It's all just a bunch of coincidences, really. Sort of led into it. Which is why I tell people when people are saying like, oh, I kind of want to go, I want to try streaming. I'm like, yeah, just do it, just try it. Like this is what you have to do though. It's like, don't worry so much about, you know, do you have the right things? Do you have a good model? Do you have a good setup? It's like, is your audio good? Like, is your microphone okay? Go for it. No. It's okay if you don't have a fancy stream layout or a model or like a full working VTuber model. You want to try it, you just gotta try it. You can get all that stuff later. I mostly just stream art because, especially in the beginning, because I didn't know what else to do and I didn't really have the setup for anything else. But it wasn't really like I watched a particular like artist on stream and it was like, I can do that. And I've streamed drawing to like my friends and stuff before. So it's not like I've never tried like drawing in public, I guess, or being watched, you know, via stream when I'm drawing. But yeah, it all just sort of happened. Like that. That was a lovely, lovely ride. Got some good raiders during Outer Wilds and a bunch of those people stuck around. The game streamers are very fond of. It was really cool getting like the dev in. That was really fun. It was a good time. You know, every now and then Jim like pulls up the Outer Wilds stream just to like, like watch me cry. Sat down to finally finish Echoes of the Eye the other day. It was really cool. Echoes of the Eye is so good, man. If I think about the ending too much, I will cry again. I should go back to watch your VODs now. Go ahead, yeah. Chatting Blood's art is like prime streaming. It's you know, it's fun to do. I like to do it. It like became a thing of now, you know, I still think it's my main thing, and then the game streams are now more the chill thing where it's like, yeah, you can watch me play a game and then you guys can just lurk and you don't have to talk, and I'll just be here playing Star Wars or whatever. It's all fine and good. But I think when I was like setting up all my game streams stuff, like, okay, the games will be like the big thing, and then the art and the chatting will be the chill, like Zatsudan stuff, and I think it's the opposite now. The Chinese soup stream was ridiculous amounts of fun. So it was really fun. I loved, like, Road to Empress was really fun. It was really fun to stream too. Skill issue. Do you find it harder to draw people and animals? Usually animals, because I think you can be really stylized with people, but then if you're trying to draw an animal, like, it's still gotta look like the animal, and then sometimes you don't want it to be too goofy. Like, if I'm drawing a dog, and I'm like, if I make the dog look like this, you know, that's like fine. That's a good little guy. But then that might completely clash with the rest of the drawing. Or then if you draw a dog like too realistic, like you got too many lines and details, you're like, what is going on there? Wait, keep going. It's done. There's nothing more to keep going with. It's the Pomeranian is there. It's full shape. But like, if I'm able to, like, it fits with the rest of the drawing to make the animal like a little goofy and like a little guy looking, then I can have a lot of fun with it. But if it's like, I need to, like, can you draw my like D&D character with his wolf? And I'm like, no, I can't. I'm sorry. Unless it's like a real, like, can I make you guys both super cute? Then yeah, I'll do it. But yeah, like, for example, I've been working on that Roberu clip with like Pokemon, and I thought the Pokemon was going to be like a hard part of drawing it, but it's just like, oh no, I get to be really silly. Because it's like a funny clip, so I get to be really silly with drawing the Pokemon and giving them like funny faces. I'm like, oh, this is so much fun. And then I'm struggling drawing like the character that I've drawn hundreds of times over. Let me check. Let me check the automod. I do not see an automodded message, so maybe it's already disappeared. But what art is expected here when streaming art? Your art is shit and you should die. And they actually comment, oh my god, your art is amazing. I could never do it. Mine is shit. Yeah, I always get like a little scared. Like, what if people are mean to me? And then like I always have to draw really good if I'm doing an art stream. People have to watch me do good art, and I have done. It's been like an hour and a half, and I've done so little line art today. But that's because I'm chatting with you guys, and that's fun. But yeah, it's always like I always feel bad when I get those kinds of compliments that are just like, I'm terrible. Because one, it's, you don't want to fall in the trap of like, are they pity farming and they just want to be coddled for a bit? And sometimes that's okay, and then sometimes it's like, all right, this is my stream. But it's also like, I totally understand how it is to feel that way, of like watching someone else draw or look at someone's art and you think they're really good and you're like, what am I doing? It's kind of hard to make yourself not think that. But I think it's a really important lesson to learn if you want to draw and keep drawing, is that you can't keep comparing yourself to other people. And like, art style is such a personal thing of, you know, if I'm being real with myself, I don't think I'm a very skilled artist. I don't think I'm a bad artist. I think I'm just not very, like, I don't have a lot of technical skill, you know? Yes, if that makes sense. If that doesn't, let me think of I always like to use my metaphors and analogies. But yeah, maybe you guys get it. But I am very well aware that a lot of people like my art because they really like my art style. So, you know, I never have that feeling of like, oh, I need to up my like rendering game and I need to make like really beautiful painted details because that's how I become a better artist. It's like, no, people are literally coming to look at my art because they really like my super simple cell shading style or something, and that's what I enjoy doing. And yeah, you just kind of have to keep in mind there's so much that goes into what people are appealed to when it comes to, especially like anime art and stuff. It's easy to think about other, like when you consume media and you think about it that way versus your own art, where it's like, I've kind of brought this up before, just thinking about how you can be kind of okay with your own art being not perfect. That like, yeah, I'll read a bunch of manga and I'll be like, oh, I really love this art style, and know it's not like the best drawn thing, or like there's better artists, or like there's artists that draw better, that but maybe you don't, you're not like as appealed to the art style or the story. Like there's so many reasons why you read stuff, like manga, for example, and you're probably not going like, all this art sucks. It's easy to think that when you're consuming media, but then when you're making the media, you're like, my art is terrible and no one will look at it because it sucks. Okay, but what if I like looked at the reference while I was trying? What if I like drew accurately? Come on. Ah. I think if it would look better if I peeked the ears out, even if it means kind of making them a little less accurate. They have these earrings that are really cute that are gonna show no matter where I put the hair. Maybe just a little bit. Maybe not that one. Maybe, oopsie. Can my... What's going on with my hotkeys? Okay, my hotkeys aren't working. I'm gonna say the forbidden words to an artist. Now I'm behind the comments. I wish I was born with talent like you. That was a rough one. Always makes them more sympathetic to draw them as low detail. Oh, that's the thing. It didn't get automodded. I thought it did get automodded, and I'm like, well, I don't see it. Sorry, it's gone forever. Oh, your art is good art. Thank you. You ever do art fight? No, I haven't. I think I just kind of learned early on that, oh, there we go. My hotkeys were just like not working for a hot minute. Kind of learned early on that a lot of those like art challenges that sound really fun, I can't stick with them, so it's just better that I don't do them. They were cold keys. And like a lot of those monthly kind of challenges, you know, like Inktober type things, Hollowtober, whatever. You know, I can do like 2 days before I just give up. Me. Okay. still want to try some other things too. Just talking about like art and doing stuff and hobbies. Still haven't found a miniature set that has really called to me. I really want to do. I think I'll do. She has like hairpins here, but I think I'm just gonna draw them maybe on top. Or let's see. It's a little confusing. My friend has shown me Pink Hammer though, where people just paint their Warhammer minis in like pink and like put cute little things on them like lace. I'm like, that's so cute. At this point, I might just try like just a different kind of like textile hobby. I have to go find him again. He's like somewhere in my little craft bin. But I did try to like crochet a little doll of Cool Panda. His like head and his body are kind of there, but I was trying to figure out how to do this sunglasses in a way that looks like sunglasses. It'd be fun to make a Alley plushie or something. A handmade one. The Gap Moe of Warhammer. For only $1,955. Let me I'm intrigued though. I'm gonna take a look at this. Oh, it's big. It's pretty cool though. It's pretty cool. I dig giant robots. You dig giant robots. We dig giant robots. Chicks dig giant robots. Nice. The arms are extra? The model goes up to your knees, so it would go up to like my chest height to me. I'm very small. Did you play Armored Core 6? I am some of the ways through Fires of Rubicon. I'm terrible at the game. But I enjoy it. I'm not that small, but I'm pretty small. Yeah, I have enjoyed what I have played of Fires of Rubicon, but I am so bad at the game. But I do want to keep going. One day I'll finish it. I think I need to had to install something, so I think it's not on my computer right now, so I have to reinstall it. But hey, it's Golden Week. It gets a lot easier as you progress. That's good to know. But what if what if it doesn't and I'm just bad? You ever get furry commissions? I have before, but I have turned them down because I don't have experience drawing furries, and I don't really have the know-how to draw a good furry, and I wouldn't want people to spend money on me, on my art, if I could not give them quality art in return. And there's a lot of really good, talented artists that they can commission for similar prices that know how to actually draw furries. I haven't a thing against them or even like furry designs. It's just I have no confidence in drawing them myself. The options for models are incredible out there. If you want to paint cyborg werewolves with kilts, I can point you towards a model shop. Eyebrows raised? Not custom made, they just have those. Gotta sit down and get through some of the older Armored Cores. I know I'd love them. I have seen, I've been looking at all this stuff now lately. I do see a lot of like Armored Core, like plastic model kit. You can build the Armored Cores. I'm like, I gotta get back in it. There's 2 art skills that the internet tells me will make money: furry art and live 2D rigging. Yeah. Yeah. I believe it. Let me just double check. Make sure I'm drawing this hair good, actually. I'm making it a bit too spiky, maybe chunky. Oops. I'm just gonna make this line thicker and not worry about it too much. We can worry about the accuracy later. Or rather, more so that the hair is kind of, I don't want to say inaccurate, but it might be just kind of filling in gaps as they go. Deciding whether I want to draw in the accessories and stuff now or later, because I'm afraid I'll forget them. I want to say like the ear would be like here, which is it wouldn't show. I'll make a note. I'll make a note right in the. Point is, whatever you want to paint, it exists. I'm not very good at painting. Boy, he's kind of cool. He's kind of cool. Oh wait, that's not the right layer at all. Yeah, I think I'm just waiting to find a model that just like really calls to me, you know? I'm like, I want to paint this guy, and I'm gonna have him on my desk. Not particularly play a tabletop game with him. Or it, or her, or whatever. I'm planning to start making your very own plushie in the future. Maybe not a marketable one, just like one for myself. I think it'd have to be much bigger if I wanted to make things. It's getting there. Oh, I've played Wingspan. It's fun. You like building engines? Play Wingspan. I think maybe we wanna have it. They have like other spin-offs that are not birds. It's like there's Wormspan, that's dragons. Finspan, that's fish, I think. Building bird engines produce many eggs. Yeah, and like it's very pretty. Like the art's cute. It's just like full engine building, but it's bird. It's all bird themed. And some of them hunt, some of them just make egg and nest. Haven't played it in a while. I need to play it again. But that's what Golden Week's for. I'm just gonna have a big board game day or something. Okay, let's think it's like ears. And before I forget them, I'm gonna do that on say the face layer. Wingspan? Bird-themed board game? Yes. I would say, yeah, complete with bird facts. Yes. They have like bird facts and like illustrated, it's like really beautifully illustrated cards and like the board and everything. And there's like little pieces that are like little eggs. It's all bird themed. It's very cute. And if you like engine building type games, that's what Wingspan is. It's just Magic the Gathering, but birds. I'm trying to remember. It's because it's been a while since I played it, but it's not. It's like competitive, but you're not really like sicking your birds on other people. You're just like trying to be the most successful Aviary. Aviary? This conversation encouraged me. I'm going to buy some models to paint right now. I have bought a model of a rat man piloting a rat mech. Hell yeah. Can you show it to me? Even if they're like little gross terrible rat people, I can make them cute. And not to like gender this, I know, but I know, you know, I don't know how else to describe this other than it's kind of like, you know, a guy hobby. A lot of guys are into it, but I want, if there's any that are like just really cute, I want something cute. It's that, or I just paint my army of Ewoks and I just have my little warriors on my desk. Sounds like a challenge. I can make them cute. Okay, it's showing the one that you've posted. That one on the left is so cool. The like rat mech looking thing. It's so cool. Yeah. Proper rat metal helmet. TV, if you had any item or power from an anime that works like in the show, what would you pick? Is there one that's just good? I feel like everything just has like a terrible drawback. Keep out is a bit better. A lot more hair draw, but we'll do clothes first. And she's got this jacket on. So hard for me to see the reference. It's because it's dark, not because it's a bad reference. I feel like I'm complaining about the reference images on this one a lot, but it's not because they're bad. It's just because you know, if the clothes are dark, it's harder to see like the lines and the details and stuff. I think maybe I should drop this on a different layer just in case. I think that's a better idea. I'll also make this blue. Come out here. And zoom out preview to over here. Oh, that is a good choice. Thank you. Maybe I would pick the hyperbolic time chamber and just like train in it. Just for all kinds of skills. And also actually like using it to just train physically. I would, yeah. Yeah. For me, though, I'd pick Krillin's power to get an absolute babe of a wife. Android 18, man. No, actually, this. If you didn't have a crush on an Android 18, you were lying to yourself. Perspective means that things can be smaller in the distance. Looking. Okay. Bald little dude got himself an 11 out of 10 who was trying to murder him when they first met. I don't have game anywhere near that. Isn't Krillin also like the strongest human in the universe? Like ever? Yeah, sorry, Yamcha, you ain't shit. Yeah, I think it's like canon or something. Krillin is like super strong. It's just he's like surrounded by sands and stuff. No, this one. Okay. Sorry. Need to lock in for a bit. Am I? No! This is the wrong kind of layer. Okay. Okay. We're gonna fix this. Not that bad. We're just gonna trace over it. It's like, oh, it's a racing funny. Lately. Sorry, I distracted. No, it's fine. It's my own doing. I should have noticed too, because I was noticing that my lines were erasing funny. It's because I made the wrong type of layer. For anyone following at home, I tend to do, like almost always. Sometimes I don't if I want to purposely kind of be really loose with a drawing. I purposely do vector layers on Clip Studio for line art in case I do need to do editing and like resizing, which happens more often than not. I always do, the vector layers for Clip Studio Paint. And I was doing this part of the line art on the raster, so I'm just going to redo it. Because we might actually, want to do some resizing and editing of this. So that should work out. Jacket is kind of not a baggy jacket, but it's very like half on, so it's kind of slouchy looking. We kind of have to, we're gonna make it look like bunched up on certain parts of the jacket. But not make it look like it's too big, like a couple sizes too big. It's not, I think it's not supposed to be that. It's just supposed to be half on. So well, I think now it's maybe a little too bunchy. Says. I mean, yeah, speaking of other TTRPG things and hobby things in that sphere, I've been watching more like live play shows, and I'm just like, oh man, I wish I had a full group of people I can regularly play D&D with. Even though when I do, I don't think I have like the skills developed to be really good at TTRPGs. What am I gonna do in this new situation? My character's gonna do the same thing they always do. Okay. Yeah, I think we have it. kind of punch it into this direction. And the jacket is kind of dark, so it's kind of okay if we kind of have some not amazing lines, I think. Kind of give it a bit of an illusion of its direction. Like it's kind of slouched forward this way. Gravity working on objects. And then the other side gets pulled up this way. Turn off the hair layer so I can draw the other hand. Let me save my work. Bunched up clothes terrify me. It's hard to make it, I guess, like look the way you want it to, and you know, convincing. Because I think like right now, if I looked at this, I'm looking at it right now. I'm not like satisfied with this, so I'll probably be touching it up a bit more. But I think a lot of it comes through in coloring too. It kind of, right, like the arm kind of goes that way and then this way. But it's, yeah, I think it's hard because it's both like a little big, like a little oversized and bunched up. But yeah, I think coloring is going to make that a bit more obvious. Hopefully. Have the sleeve kind of maybe pull over like wrist. Kind of make the lines on the jacket a little thicker. I'll probably have to look and see if this is like a hood or just like a jacket, like a hoodie or something. The zip-up hoodie, I can't. Let me see what the other is. That might just be a jacket. Okay. Anyway. I've been playing a D&D with the same group for 11 years. We all like/hate each other by this point. Oh my goodness. 11 years. That's... Has it all been like one campaign? Or like, you know, multiple campaigns, but in the same world? Or, oh, okay. We take turns DMing. 5 campaigns. Okay, yeah, that's what I was wondering. 5 campaigns, same continent. That's interesting. That's really cool. I've run 2 of the 5. Ooh. Taking turns DMing sounds neat. I feel like I'd only be able to, yeah, it does sound neat. Lots of one-shots. I feel like I'd only be able to DM in TTRPGs with generous prep time. My improv is weak. I think it's, like, okay to not have great, like, improv skills. I say this just having said, like, yeah, mine aren't good either. That's why I'm not, like, really, I don't feel like I'm not really good at it. But, I don't know, it depends on your group, too. Because you can always have groups where, like, that's not the main focus. Or you can have people that are really good at the whole, like, role-playing and the improv and, like, kind of thinking and acting as your character. And be not as good as, like, the combat or something. So, and I know, at least in my experience, I always appreciate the person that's, like, better at and, like, more focused on the combat and just being like, oh, thank you. Or being able to help the other players kind of go through the combat and what's necessary for actual gameplay. My favorite one-shot moment was I took a photo of an alligator, and with Photoshop, I separated the top and the bottom jaw and used it as a dragon that took up half of the map and that would bite them. It was very sick. That sounds really cute. That sounds like a fun little encounter I'd absolutely love to do. It's always those moments where you kind of accidentally, the DM prepared for this fight and, like, planned for it to be this great epic fight for you guys, and then you just kind of ruin it. Kind of long. Pretty. Not the best drawn hand, but we're going to just fix it up. I've never tried DMing myself. I was, like, sort of wanted to, but it's intimidating. A master of games and just like, hang on, guys. This seems like fun. Maybe a bit longer this it's super intimidating. And the first time you DM, you're gonna do a bad job, but people will still have fun. Yeah, I've never really like done a session where a friend DM'd, and it was like their first time DMing, and I'm like, wow, they suck. I've never felt that. But right, it's so scary. Or like, ooh, hang on, I need to get my notes. I'm like, yeah, take your time. But if I did it, they'd hate me. There's always the ones where, it's like not a module, but a scenario that you're following, and you're just kind of DMing it so you don't have to like really make up a lot of the plot points, but you still control a lot of the game. That would be a little less scary to do. That makes more sense. Just kind of bring it up here. Yeah, like that. Trying to figure out the sleeve. Maybe not. Again, I think so like a little better once it's colored and everything. Okay. But yeah, it's always a matter of scheduling and location, which are both difficult for me and my group of buddies. I have hope someday. There's a lot of other like modules and stuff out there too that I want to try. Not just like D&D, but other TTRPG type, dungeon crawler type things. And then even wiggly with it. The sleeve. Head. More detail. This part I think will be a little less trunkly. Because there is this part. There's like a belt here. And fastener thing here. Around the arm. Something like that. And then this part will be more pushed outward, upward. But you know, less ugly. Back, did I miss something? Not really. I've been a little bit more locked in. Just trying to get some of the more difficult line art of this kind of half-on jacket done. And just me kind of quietly talking about TTRPGs and Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. And mostly that I like to play, but it's always like a scheduling, location. Everything's difficult about it. You'd think with like Zoom and Discord and all that, it would be easier. But it's like just as hard. I have no idea where my dice is anymore. Do this. Oh, long hair. I might do some more of like more strands of the hair on a different layer, like on top of everything. It's getting to be confusing, or some of the things need to go in front or behind. Like that, I'm not sure if I'm gonna like that. I'll do the hair that kind of comes forward. I'll do that on a different part, different layers. check. I'm not sure if I'm not like... Oh, I think it's not as kind of wavy as I'm making it. Yeah, I'm kind of erase this. Yeah, that is. It'll just be not like a first pass, but another thing to keep in mind when you're doing art is that you can always go back to stuff. You don't have to complete things in certain steps and just be like, well, now the line art is done and I cannot go back to the line art. That's a lie. Okay. There. Save. Okay, and then it's just kind of a skirt and stuff, which doesn't seem to be too bad. Oh, but it's more frills and stuff. Like a really high-waisted skirt. Nope. That's better. Not perfect. But there's gonna be like belts and stuff past this. Let's do the legs first. Make these lines. Gonna regret again not drawing in the frills. We're just gonna have to just do it now. Okay. Still, kind of this really skirt. So I don't want it to be too poofy. It's kind of very summery. Have to be careful not to make it too poofy. Now, angle on that is not right. Let me just fix. I might save it until later when I have a better idea of where I want the frills to go. Because some of this is okay, and some of this I'm looking at it and it's just like, oh, wow, that's a little too messy for my taste. Because it's a multi-layered, there's like different layers to the skirt too. So you don't want them to be too confusing. And there are like accessories that I don't want to cover up too, but it's almost there. Like, all right. Number one DM skill. Sorry, I messed this one. This is number one DM skill: schedule management and communication. Right. You kind of have to be the one that is like, all right, guys, we're getting together. And me. One bit of hair. Did it on the wrong layer, of course. Save. All right. I'll just chill for a bit since I'm kind of happy with that. There's just the skirt left to do, which, yeah, I think I'll just do that later. But for the most part, looking all right. Maybe I should wait until then, but for now, we can do a little bit of cleanup. And then I'll take a break. Not a stream break, but I'm just going to sit there. Chat and stuff. And maybe switch gears to a different thing I need to do, a different art project, a file. We'll do the legs later. I think here, do I need to clean this up? And well, the lines are going to get a little messy around this hand and the hair. Let's see. Sometimes if all your connecting lines just kind of meet together in the same place, it looks really messy. If we just shift some things around. Let's see. Like right here. But since this hand will be in front, maybe it's okay if we kind of don't have that bit of detail. It just makes it a little too, like, messy. Too jumbled. Okay. Okay. Definitely have some stuff to clean up. And some stuff to add. Just add a bit to this face. And let's do something about the expression. These sharp teeth. And I think one more little somewhere else. Yes. Mole right here. Okay, and now we save. Now I sit back in my chair for a bit. Okay. I mean, I'm happy with that. I did like 95% of the line art. Productive! And I even chatted in between it. Yeah, it's mostly done for that. And then, you know, there's still some parts I'm not entirely happy. Like this kind of bit here, like what I was talking about before, when sometimes if it meets, the line art just like meets each other too much, especially if it's kind of where other lines start, it looks a little funny. Maybe if I just move it this way. And maybe if I just do it in the same layer that the hair is drawn on. It looks a little better. We just move it, shift it a little bit. Yeah. Ugh. Haven't been going on for too long today, so I can probably do just a little bit of something else before I sign off. It doesn't, but like, you know, I just keep telling myself not every stream needs to be like 5 hours long. I can just stop. Is there anything else on that I want to work on? Well, I can fix up this little chibi before I send it over. It's mostly just like the mascots that need some brushing up. The little cat animals. I could work. Sorry. And stuff. What do I feel like doing? I feel like sketching stuff. Perhaps. Well, right now I just feel like chilling. Oh, I did sketching a bit more on this. And then I have pretty much all the line art done for the most part on this one. It's just there's the skirt. There's like a multi-layered, like really kind of summer skirt on this character that I'm like, I did not do that in this sketch. I was like, that's Future Allie's problem. And now I'm Future Allie and the problem is mine. And I don't want to do it right now, so. Is my specialty making art of cute girls and it is cute girls and EK men. All I do. Cute girls, hot guys. How could past Allie have done this to me? That one, like Tom Scott. That was a problem for future me, and now I am future me. That one, like, supercut of talking about D&D. That one supercut of all of, like, Tom Scott saying where he is for the day and, like, his video. And it's like, anytime I try to ask, like, the party if they can gather for another D&D session. Like, I'm in Antarctica. Who could have done this? Really relate to a lot of like Brooklyn 991s and Gina. How was I supposed to know there'd be consequences to my actions or whatever she says? But yeah, good progress. I'll do like a little bit more before I fall asleep. Let me check this one. And the references from this one. I think this one also doesn't need too much more to it. It's just a lot more of these frills, and like a lot of bow, like ribbon accessories, and then I think it's just that I want to make sure that I am doing the little funny little mascot guys correctly. Like a scoop. Click. But yeah, while you guys are here, if there's any particular game or thing you want to see Jim do on the Jim stream, let me know. Say it in the Discord. I haven't decided. I feel like there's been a lot of times on stream where one of you guys will be like, I used to play this game. And Jim's like, wow, I used to play that game too. Fun. Yes. A Jim stream. Oh, yes. I mentioned it in the beginning of the stream. But since this week there's like it's the spring holidays, we both have a bit more time. Like free time to do stuff, and so we'll have a day where Jim takes over the stream, and we'll probably do a Jim and Allie stream on one of these days, but we're doing a full Jim stream where Jim will just take over my stream for a bit and play something or do something. Yes, it'll be like I'll be there like in the background eating for once. Who knows? Maybe if he likes it, he'll start his own channel and you guys can all jump ship. That's something to think over. Do couple stream. Yeah, I mean, we want to do another one soon, but then we're like, well, you could just do one. We could rate each other. I feel like we would not stream at the same time as each other, though. We can do like a Balatro or something. Or a city builder. Heroes of Might and Magic 3. But yeah, we haven't decided on what he'll actually do yet. We've got like a list of things that he could do, I guess. Between mom and dad. There's a 40-hour-long Warhammer 40k lore explanation video if he just wants to watch that. YouTuber's husband reacts. City Builder sounds really good, actually. I would want to see what sort of city he makes. City skylines. I've watched him play many an hour of City Skylines. To the point now where, like, every time he does a new, like, city builder, I come in and I'm like, hey, where's Poop Island? Because I know that's a thing. I know that's a thing in City Skylines. Like, the sewage has to go somewhere, and, like, everyone just makes, like an island where all the sewage goes to, and they, like, make a Poop Island. Every time he plays a new one, I'm like, well, where is it? Timberborn or Jimberborn, if you've been calling it, might be on the list. Is on the list too of like our candidate. This is supposed to be a croissant, but it's a little too half a cheese wheel looking. I'm trying to make him all look really like fat and cute. We'll probably, I don't know, move him a little bit there so he's not just being cut off by this one big ear. Also, it's a weird, like, place to hold a croissant, so... Oh, that looks so much better. Where's the kitty's claw lines? Poop Island, he's losing out on efficiency. You gotta make poop dams so you can create power from the poop flow. Like the universal variant. Alright, I think this one was like a muffin or something. But yeah, I think it'd be a good opportunity to have a stream of a game that I know all you guys like, and I'm like, that's not me. I'm too dumb for that. Wait, I don't know why that reminded me of this, but last night, I think we were just talking about games with fun writing, and we were talking about like Fallout and like Obsidian making the games. And I remembered when I was playing Grounded, we were like, oh, this game like actually has like a really fun story. I didn't expect the writing of this, base building survival game to be so fun and interesting. And then, we got to the credits. Because I guess I just wasn't paying attention when the game starts up. I was like, oh, we were like, oh, it's Obsidian. That makes so much sense. And then I kind of like completely forgot about that fact until like last night where I'm like, Obsidian made Grounded. I haven't played 2 yet, and I think I was just like sort of waiting for, because I think it's still like early access technically. But I really enjoyed the Grounded first one. Gave me a whole lot of motion sickness, but it's a fun one. Oh, the dialogue that accidentally like keeps repeating itself. Mechanic wading back through 4 billion gallons of human refuse. Well, there's your problem. Posted picture of 3-layer poop dam powered entirely from sewage. Be beautiful. It's massive. I just think how funny it is in like city builders, how obvious, and I mean it's good because that's just game design, right? Like, you can tell what the elements are. But it's funny like how obvious like bad water is, where in like city skylines, the poop water, like the sewage water, is like brown. It's just like flat out brown, and it's so different from actual water that you're just like, that's bad. And I know like Timberborn also has bad water that I don't even know what it is. I just know it's like purple or something, and I'm like, ooh, I don't think the beaver should be in that. Again, I like just watch my husband play City Villas. I don't do it myself, but I'm just like, I think that's bad. One, just nearly good too. That's good. A lot of work. Feeling good about that. Let me get my thing back up. Here, I'll put this up and I'll oopsie. Thing's locked up. Let me put these humans. And we save both, and I will take a quick couple-minute break. Just get some water, snacks, and I'll come back in like 3 minutes or so. Chat some more. I'll be right back. You guys take a break too. Go get some water. Go chill out. BRB. Okay, I'm back. A little longer than usual, but I'm here. Might just chat now and just do like some winding down because yeah, I did what I set out to do. I'm working on some comms for a bit, and I don't want to like tire myself out. But yeah, anyway, the main takeaway from today's stream was that I think Glenn Howerton should be Patches in the live action. But yeah, lots of video games this weekend. It was great watching the drawing come to life. Thank you. Thanks for watching. It was really just like, yeah, the line art based on. Let's put the sketch back up, I guess. Let me turn this off. Just cleaning it up. My Technicolor sketching. And there's a lot of stuff that I haven't really drawn in yet, like a lot of the details and the accessories, but I tend to do that on the coloring. Maybe we can do like a little bit of flats. Yeah, I won't do too much because I am not done with the line art, and that's a bad idea. Actually, I'll just do this in maybe. Yeah, just does anyone like FF14 here? Because that was FanFest happened this weekend, and a whole lot of news came out. I have not played in a long time, but it was really some exciting stuff, some exciting news. We'll see. Probably get back in it at some point. Maybe not soon. I have so many other games, and 14 is a commitment. But yeah, that FanFest is a little more. Oh gosh, a raid. Oh, hi Jones. Hi Raiders. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. I'm Allie. Welcome, welcome. I'm a panda being that likes to draw and play games and all that fun stuff. Here, let me give you a shout out. Oh, thank you. Let me just get this shout out working, please. There we go. Thank you. How was your stream? What were you doing? Yeah, I'm Allie. Welcome, Raiders. I was doing an art stream today, and I did a bunch of like line art. Mostly was line art today, and I did the line art for this commission that I'm working on for a VTuber. And let me just kind of pop in some more, filling it in right here. And yeah, I'll show you the sketch. So this is the sketch I did last stream, and then I did the line art today, and I drew a little dog in the corner. High on life too. Hope your stream's going well. It is. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, drawing. I do games. Tomorrow will be more Fallout New Vegas. And I was also working on this, also a commission, cheapy commission I was working on. And I do some other stuff here and there. So cute. I miss drawing. Thank you. Thanks for liking my stuff. Yeah, drawing is fun, but it's difficult. So, don't blame you, but hey, you can always just get back on it, right? I mean, the nice thing about drawing is that you don't need much to kind of get back into it. Just need a pencil and a piece of paper, really. Thank you for reading to me. Thank you. I do have a screen tablet. Oh, okay, so it's like you have one, you just haven't drawn in a while. Oh, I mean, I know how that is too. But you don't have to use it. Well, I mean, I've just been using my tablet all the time that now I kind of miss drawing on like paper and doing like analog drawings. So I've been meaning to do some like pen and paper kind of stuff for a while. I just haven't gotten around to it because I'm like, oh, I gotta finish that drawing on my computer. And it's always a little intimidating to do like marker, pen and paper kind of stuff. You can't Control Z that. You can only cover stuff up. Thank you. What was I talking about before this raid? Final Fantasy. Yeah, because Final Fantasy 14 Fan Fest happened, and played it. It was good for what it was. I'm not much of a MMO person, but FF14 was like my one MMO. And kind of like, unfortunately, I found out through it that I was like, I don't really like the gameplay style of MMOs, but I've put a lot of hours into 14 and I've really enjoyed it. So that's why this past weekend, the Fan Fest has been really exciting to me, of these like gameplay changes that I don't even know what are going to be, but I'm like, Yeah, but I mean, I guess the whole like global server tick kind of things. But you know, it's just not. I mean, even past that, like the combat or a gameplay style, just an MMO is not really my thing. So like 14 was the one that kind of convinced me to be like, oh, I'll try it. I'll see what it's like. I'm big on MMOs. But I've never made it past 10. Well, 10's a good one, so. A friend of mine literally just reminded me I have to catch up on the story. Yeah, I need to. I got Dawn Trail, but I only did a bit of it, and then I kind of fell off it. So I have to. There's a lot of catch up to do. Well, I do sort of like the kind of dance-ness of like the rating in 14, of just kind of putting like, yeah, being in the right place, but sometimes it's just a little like, I don't really want to have to do this and memorize my rotation, even though that's how you play this game. But I mean, yeah, like with what they were showing on FanFest, it just sort of seems like they are doing, kind of moving it into that direction of like, you want to dodge? Fine. Here it is. I'm invested in the story for 14 now, but every time it's big raid time, it's like, okay, I guess. Yeah, I was mostly in it for the story, and then I did a whole tier, Savage tier. And there are parts I liked and parts I mean, it feels sort of, we were talking about a lot about like TTRPG kind of stuff before in the stream, and that kind of like hang up of you got to gather a whole group of you have to like gather a whole group of your entire group of like 8 people together to do it, and that's always like the tough. Well, I mean, I think it depends on what you like. Because I think if you start like just from Realm Reborn, I don't think the first like parts of the MSQ are bad. And I think they're actually like pretty normal for a video game. But I can understand that there's some stuff that feels, it's very like fetch questy, but I guess I think it depends what you like. You can't just kind of skip a bunch of like cutscene dialogue stuff, but then people get really mad at you if you skip certain cutscenes. I think the thing I was always into in 14 was like your character creation, because I am so attached to my Warrior of Light. Even I've been away from 14 for a bit, but I'm like really attached to my Warrior of Light. But well, Realm Reborn is definitely like, I guess, like weaker than the rest, but it also was the thing that like in the whole history of 14, you have to keep in mind that it's the thing that saved it. Well, they have done a lot of changes to it too, that I think if you start it like now, they've like shortened, like condensed a whole bunch of it. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm not like really into just MMOs in general, so it's like a thing of like, oh, I'll try this one. Okay, well, I mean, I brought it up because I was kind of excited for it, but okay. I'll just have people tell me it's bad, sure. Oh, Final Fantasy seems like fun. Yeah, that's fine. Just, you know. I'm like, oh. I mean, it looks kind of like fun. I really am just like idling at the post-game Dawn Trail stuff. I am like, I only did a bit of Dawn Trail. Like, I'm pretty early into Dawn Trail. I didn't like the story of Dawn Trail. Hang on, I'm gonna take a bite of something. I log in to upkeep the house and do crafting. Crafting is the time sink. But yeah, lately it's just been, I gotta save the house! Also, 14's music. The music in 14. I think the music is probably my favorite part of 14. Hey, crafting in MMOs, friends have conned me. Have me conned into this hellscape where I upkeep submarines and play Dragon Girl Animal Crossing. The math minigame of crafting. But then, like, if you craft things and you turn them in, you get to, like, play the little scratcher card sometimes. Eating while typing. I mean, say I'm eating while chatting, so. Yeah, I think, like, the teaser trailer it works well as a teaser trailer in that it revealed almost nothing. But I'm like, what's gonna happen? Meteor, our protag, just gets hotter and hotter with every expansion. Yeah, because the time zone has been so different. I've just been kind of getting out. I've just been kind of getting all the FanFest info in massive chunks when I wake up. So I'm like, oh, I don't know what this means. But yeah, I am excited to see what they change up. I wonder what those new jobs are gonna be, because one of them is gonna be a tank, and I'm really excited for that because I play tank. And I can't imagine what it'll be, because if I think about like tank jobs, you know, like Gunbreaker doesn't feel like a tank to me. Not like in the gameplay, but like thinking about just gun blades, right? I'm like, oh, I didn't think that would be like the weapon for a tank. So I'm like, it could really just be anything. Yeah, because FF8 is so cool. Yeah, I wonder. And they showed those little like cat things, the little cat gnomes, or dwarves, the cats with the big beards. Really cute. We were talking about video game concerts at the beginning of this stream. Also, sorry, I'm like eating at the same time. And I have been to a bunch of FF14 ones. I've been to a couple Primals concerts, and I've done Eorzean Symphony once. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about it. I did not look at what Yoshi P was wearing. I was so surprised he didn't like. I guess because they didn't show the new jobs. Because when he does the when they reveal the new jobs, he like cosplays as the job. Oh, but yeah, no, I did look at what he was wearing. It was yeah, Richin. Yeah. Who? I do remember. I did look at the shirt, and we were all like, huh. Right. But yeah, Primal's concerts are always really fun. Also, because like they're all just—it's like a group of old men. The one for Pictomancer was crazy because it was just a shirt of the Ninja Turtles. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. I remember the Ninja Turtle shirt and just not figuring it out. Which, like, in hindsight, that's so obvious. Or like, I should have guessed it was like Pictomancer. But I was just like, why the turtles? Is it like a ninja thing? Or like that would have been too easy. Right. Ooh, that reminds me, I need to actually beat Omega in Monster Hunter. Just fought him a bunch of times and not really beaten him yet. But I think I need to maybe grind a bit more in Wilds. Alright, getting like the Palico minion, and it's just like so different from all the other minions. So again, sorry if I'm quiet in, in 10 seconds of silence because I am eating in between and I have to turn off. I'm turning off my mic so you don't hear me too much. Yeah, the Omega fight is a lot, but I think it's fun. Some of it is a lot, but Behemoth and Worlds was nutty. I remember that one. I did that one. Yeah, but you get the armor. The biggest AoEs. Not just solo it because people would keep getting killed. Okay, but in the Omega fight when Escape kicks in. Ooh, Odin. That's cool. Yeah, I really like Omega, but I was kind of surprised when they first announced it. I was like, oh, I didn't think they'd pick Omega because, you know, Omega's just such a robot and not like a monster. But thinking about it, I'm like, well, I'm glad they picked Omega. But I think like Yoshi P just like really likes Omega because Omega shows up in everything he does. Oh, nothing for the US version. When the cool thing is region locked. Let me just make sure that I have saved my files. Yeah, if you guys are working on something, make sure you save your files as well. Yeah, thankfully I haven't had Clip Studio, you know, my drawing program, crash on me on stream, even though it does crash on me in like life sometimes. Like if I'm not streaming, it'll definitely it'll crash. Yeah, thankfully it hasn't had to crash on stream, I think. But games, it's like whatever. Nothing like drawing for 4 hours to have it crash. Yeah. Well, yeah, I've definitely had Clip Studio crash on me before, but it's never been that bad, especially since there's like an autosave feature. And it's usually just because I have like a bunch of like way too many files open at once. I did have an animation program I used to use. Sorry. That I liked, but it just crashed too often that it would just frustrate me. But I think my autosave feature is still like set to like 15 minutes. So it's still good. I did buy the full lifetime license when it was like half off. That's what I have. I have like the old version, but I have the EX of the old version. So it's still quite a powerful program, but it doesn't have all the fancy bells and whistles, I guess. I've gone through a few different drawing programs. Do you have a favorite? There's like one you use more. And I bought the nice one. I have EX mostly for the animation features, because without it, you're like limited on how many frames and stuff you can do. So it's just like there was like a good sale on EX, and I just got the upgrade, but it's still like the old version of it. Ah well. Good night. Thanks for sticking around. Good to see you. Besides Clip Studio, Paint Tool Sai. Yeah, I used to use Paint Tool Sai before I got Clip Studio, and I feel like Clip Studio is kind of like, I just feel it's kind of like the upgraded version of Sai. Like they're both really good just for drawing and illustrating. But Clip Studio is just like a bit more powerful. But yeah, Sai used to be my my main. And then I got Clip Studio because it was like $20. And now it's like all I use. It's just like I'm too familiar with it now to, if I tried something else, it'd be like, I don't know what I'm doing on this. And also it's really convenient because I can do animation and stuff on this too. I don't need a whole separate program, which is really nice. Let me check here. Okay. Tricky, you just said good night. Clip Studio is so good, I use it too. Yeah, it's also especially handy if you are just doing illustration stuff as opposed to something like Photoshop, which is kind of better for image editing and photo editing and stuff like that. Like it's just kind of made for drawing. Oh no, you're right. Good night again. I'll see you in like 2 seconds at this point. Just want to check. Got something up. To miniature photo stuff, I've always used GIMP. I know there are some people that like really like it and some people that really hate it. It's like quite divisive. But I don't even know what I use anymore for photo editing. I feel like I don't really need to edit my photos as much as I used to, because I'm not really using them for anything. I'm just like showing them to people. Yeah. No worries. Thank you again for rating. It was nice to meet both of you. But yeah, you just finished your stream, so chill. and get some rest. And thank you again. I'll see you again. Thank you. But yeah, I don't even know, like, I think I would just still open my photos on like Clip Studio and just kind of edit the coloring on it. Not really like do any full editing, blurring stuff. Man, I'm checking. What else I got? I play with stuff in Cypher editing now, right? Because like most of what I'm doing on the editing is just kind of changing around the colors or you know, making it brighter, the contrast. And it's like, oh, brightness, contrast. You know, Clip Studio has that. I'm just like editing the colors a bit, just doing like a little filter stuff. Oh, I can gradient maps. Yeah, Clip Studio has that. Yeah. All right, now Twitch is just recommending me channels that are not in English. We'll see. Okay. Give me a second. Let me check a little something. All right. I think we'll wind down for real now, unless another raid comes in. Every time I say I'm gonna like wind down, so like I get a raid and I'm like, okay, time to talk for a bit. I'm just looking for someone else if there's someone for me to raid into. Like late on a Sunday, so I think everyone I know is offline. So I'll just check my little like raid tab, and it always gives me like 18 plus stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'm satisfied with what I did on today's stream. Got all my line art done for, or almost all my line art, not all of my line art done for one of the missions, and then kind of just cleaned up a sketch for the other. And again, I don't want to like tire myself out, or, you know, not all my streams need to be 5 hours long. But what was that? Oh, okay. No. Rest is important. Thank you. I completely lost my train of thought. Oh, right. This week, yeah, we have some other streams already planned for this week. I'll do another art stream on Thursday night for you guys. Time zones, gotta keep those in mind. So our usual kind of like Thursday night art stream. Tomorrow will be more New Vegas, continuing the Old World Blues DLC. Then we'll have a day off, and then there'll be a gym stream. Which, again, we haven't decided exactly what we're going to do for the gym stream yet, but it'll be a full like gym takeover of the stream, and I'll be there like off to the side and like just kind of managing the stream and the chat and stuff if I need to. But it'll be like Jim playing a game or something, maybe. And I'll just be him, and then you guys can give him all the bits. Give him all the donations and the subs, and then immediately the next day unsub. Jim could literally stream anything. Well, our ideas for the stream are kind of like all over the board. It's a lot like there's a lot of games, but then one of them is just like, what if I just gave people a Japanese lesson and I taught them some Japanese? I'm like, yeah, you could do that if you want, but I literally like roll over into my chair and then start my stream. I don't prep. I prep things like the night before, and then I'm like, why am I so tired? Because I waited until like 1 a.m. because I forgot to put up the waiting room. But I do think like Jim could just kind of stream anything and it would be interesting enough. Crap. Twitch like work with me for once? But I do advocate. That's an interesting typo. I do advocate for city skylines. I will. Can Jim just read us a bedtime story for personal purposes? So he would do it. I mean, you're not the only one that thought I was talking about like an actual gym, like the location gym exercise stream, which I have Ring Fit. I'll do it. I need to exercise more, but I won't do it. I know, maybe I'll do it. Just, it'd be more fun if I had like a 3D model or like some kind of tracking. It's like, this, you have to listen to the stupid ring going like, squats! Wide squats! Like, squats again! Like, please, Rig, there's other exercises that are not just squats. Great! Keep it up! Just 5 more! It's like, this is like the 30th set of squats I've done. Each gifted sub is 1 burpee for Allie. No! No! Me with all my favorite characters and all my like favorite Oshis, my IRL Oshis that are all like super into exercising and fitness, and I'm just like sitting on my ass like, nah, I'm good. I have no excuse. Like my 3D and my 2D Oshis is being into fitness, and my husband also being into fitness. I have literally no excuse. But if Jim were to like read a bedtime story, I don't know what he'd pick. As in, once I was not feeling well, and like I was running a fever, like not feeling well, and I needed like some sort of distraction, but like I just was so not feeling well, and I'm like, I can't look for a video right now on YouTube. Like, can you just like talk to me or like tell me a story or something? So I'm just like distracted. He's like, yeah. And then I don't know if you guys are familiar with, you know, Game of Thrones stuff. There's a story in Game of Thrones. It's like the Rat Chef or something. And he told me that story, and I'm like, this is disgusting. There's a lot of ads in a row. Oh, I'm sorry. I just ran ads. You gotta like fix a whole bunch of my Twitch stream stuff up, because it should be, I don't know. Oh well. Me when all my Oshis are super good at art and I'm on my ass playing video games instead. Well, newsflash. Your Oshis that are good at art just play video games on their downtime too. Bedtime story is the strangest request yet, I have to say, but don't let me stand in the way of what people need. Yes, sir, tell me more about the loathsome dung eater. I'm just gonna, well, like, release, like, voice packs where he just, does, like, Gideon Ofnir lines. Hell, I'd pay for that. I don't need to, I just need to ask my husband to say some Gideon Ofnir lines. That is, like, one of our, like, vocal stims is, find the Albanarch woman. She lies in a cave. I'm trying to remember. Every time I'm like, oh, this is the thing that we always say to each other. Every time I bring it up on stream, it's like one of those things that it just leaves my head immediately. You know, when somebody asks you, like, what's your favorite movie? You have forgotten every movie you've seen in your life. He hides in the cave and... Lascare ruins. Yeah, find the Albanarch woman. She hides in a cave to the west of the Lascare ruins that jut from the mist-shrouded lakes of Liurnia. Yeah, a real name a woman moment. But it really is, it's like that. But we say that to each other all the time. Allie, name a woman. Me. Who do you think I am? Who do you think you are? I am. That's cheating. Oh. I'm sending this combo to Jim. You set for Valentine's Day for years. You think he's not listening right now? also, like, not even just like, oh, he's probably like in chat watching this and like reading the chat. It's like we like live in the same apartment. So he could just hear me. Like from the other part of the apartment, you know, the other room. Jim is 100% here in chat. Show yourself, Jim. You live together? Ooh. The one, the Parks and Rec, where it's like, ooh, you had a crush on me? Babe, we're married. Still. No. He just really loves himself. Wow, that Jim sure is a great guy and lucky and has a lovely wife, says Jim. Oh, we smooch all the time, but if I was sitting in a tree, I would be freaking out because, like, heights and stuff. I'm not that scared of heights. Well, no. Depends how high I am. But I would be, it's like the unsteadiness. I'd be like, this branch is going to give out any second. Okay, now we're being weird about it. For any new people in chat, or people that are less frequent, Jim is my husband, and he shows up in chat. He shows up on stream, on my stream, every now and then. And chat seems to really like him, which is understandable because he's a great guy. I'm married to him, but Oh my goodness. Ellie confirms Jim is in chat right now. Maybe. Actually, I don't know. Oh wait, no, I do know. Yes, okay. Falling in love? No, sir, into the ground. Good to be reminded of the Alleyverse lore every now and then. Oh, here. Jeem. 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 But yeah, I am IRL married to Jim. He shows up on stream. Well, I would mention him before, and then on Valentine's Day we did our first like couple stream, Jim reveal. And I was like, oh, he's a cool guy. Put him on screen. Allie, like it's the Simpsons thing where it's like the two little sheep. And there's the one little like cute sheep, and there's the other like normal sheep. Then I'm the normal sheep now, and everyone just pushes me to the side so they can look at Jim. Those are the much cuter sheep behind me. The Jim stream. the dream. The Jim stream, or the dream. The dream come true. Get Allie out of here. We're done with her. It's a real dream come true. Wait, I didn't even read that second part. I just came up with. Oh my god. As class, please remember the required reading before showing up to the next stream. Well, 2 streams after this. Tomorrow will be New Vegas. And then I'll be Jim stream. Is your husband married? Yeah, my husband. Well, my husband's single. Aww. Still laughing at me asking Jim a question you answered, and I went, no, I asked Jim. That is something we bring up. So some of my friends that are more like in the know or kind of know what I do, are like, oh, like how's streaming going? Or like, oh, has he shown up on stream? And I'm like, yeah, okay. There was this one time they really like him. There was this one time where somebody asked me a question and I answered, and they're like, Allie, we know what you think. Shut up. They're like, we don't care. We know what you think. We're asking Jim, and I'm like, oh, okay. I'm still laughing at evil Shinji. But if anyone gets it, it's me. I'm like, yeah, I do want to hear that guy talk more. Enough of her. Shinji. Well, no. Evil Shinji is just Jim. Yeah, it might be. Like I think the top contenders are City Builder or like some kind of roguelike thing that you guys can follow along with, Balatro or something. Or a Sekiro Endurance. Get 12 hours of Jim. Yeah, that'll be the Golden Week idea. And hopefully maybe a couple stream at some point. Gonna head out. Have a good night. You too. Thanks for coming in. It was good to meet you. Thank you. And thanks for the follow, of course. See you around. Thank you. Yeah, I'll be wrapping up soon anyway. I just got distracted talking about my husband. I might I haven't been seeing like good anything. Maybe we might just close out like normal. And then game streams can be a rating. I'm just like tired. But that is the plan for the week. And then again, as I was saying before, if you guys had like suggestions or I want to see Jim do this, you can post in the Discord and I'll pass it along. I've been doing recently a bit of a puzzle game demo binge on Steam. It's nice seeing demos making a comeback, kind of. Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of like interesting puzzle game stuff too that I'm like, ooh. And maybe some of you guys might know this or like can sympathize, but it's a lot of thinking about like, oh, I want to play this game, and then being like, do I want to play this by myself and like have this to myself, or do I stream it? And would this even make a good game for stream? So tough to like pick a games for stream sometimes. You never really know like what'll like hit more with people. Or like your own audience, I guess. But yeah. That's the plan. Let me make sure I'm saving everything. And then I think, oh no, but we've got like an amount of people. Just like not anything great. Well, I don't really like the little raid widget that Twitch has. It's just... Oh, we'll see. I'll do another looky-loo. Couple stream playing Overcooked, except Allie is losing her mind like she's Jeremy Allen White. Okay, yes, but because I actually like love Overcooked, but when I play it, and especially when I'm like really into it, or I'm like losing my mind, I lock the heck in and I'm dead silent. Like we've played like Jim and like with friends, like it's usually 3 of us when we're playing Overcooked, and it's like they'll be talking the entire time and like screaming and yelling, or like not even like mad, just like, oh god, like we need this, like, oh hang on, I got this, and I am dead silent. And then at the end, they're like, "Damn, like Allie really locked in." she's like so quiet. But that's how it is with games like that. I'll just be in Night Rain too, and just like anything like a co-op thing. I'm just so quiet if I'm really focused, because if I talk, or I'll just like get hit by everything, or I'll miss stuff. It's like flow state, like not even. But yeah, I would be a Carmy, but like that different. Not like season 1 Carmy, like season 3 Carmy, where he's just like quiet and he doesn't talk to anyone, and everyone's like, you need to communicate, and he's like, okay, I will try, and then he does not try. Or like, not that he doesn't, it's just, it's hard. And there's only so many times you can say, I'm trying to be better before people stop believing that you are. And anyway, I enjoy the bear. I really like Carmy as a character. So, but yes, that is, it's not inaccurate. I just don't have like the nicest arms you've ever seen somehow. All brain power directed to the grind. No brain power left to speak. No will to break. No brain power to speak. Dude, Hollow Knight's so good. A little Hollow Knight reference. Hmm. All right. All right. But yeah, that was plans for the week, and I think we did good today. If anyone has any raid suggestions, I'll take them. If not, I think I'll just probably end today because I'm running out of energy, and we've got other stuff planned this week that I will definitely try to raid for during those game streams, etc., and more art. But I know like Sunday night can sometimes be like quieter. And I always like am the one that's like the last person and everyone writes to me because I'm the only one still going. But if not, then we'll do that. Yeah, well I'll do more raids this week then. While I look around one last time. Closing out. Yeah, I have no one to recommend, boss. Yeah, it's like I'm surprised. Like everyone, my whole list is just like grayed out. Everyone's offline. But it's okay. Yeah, I got done what I wanted to get done on today's stream. It was pretty good, and I got to chat. I wasn't like too distracted, even though I was chatting the whole time. Thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for keeping me company and chatting with me. It's been a fun one, and productive. I got my stuff done. I hope you guys got your stuff done, even if that stuff was just relaxing. I hope you got it done. Well, yeah. I think that's it for me today. I think let's just sign off. But thank you guys. I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend or a good start to your week. Keep it sleazy. Be chill. Be nice. Adios. Yeah, I'll sign off. Time for bed. Good night, everyone. Yeah. Arigatou gozaimashita. I'm working on it. I really am. I'm working on it. If not tomorrow, then like the day after. Like, well, the day off. Like the emotes will be added. Look, it's up. It's up now. Like I'm working on it. I have to, because I want to animate this one. Maybe, like maybe. This one might be animated. Stuff's going on. I'm signing off. Oh no, well no, I don't. Or maybe they might be somewhere in my files, but they're not done. He does kind of look like Hamtaro. No, he's a sleepy bear. Okay, I'm signing off. I'm signing off. Goodbye. Arigatou gozaimashita. Bye bye. Good night. Bye bye. Thank you. Sorry. Bad timing. Signing off. Postpone. No, bye. Good night. Go to bed. All of you. Bye.